Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name's Cherie from Cherie Stevens Makeup Artistry. I am a pro makeup artist and a skincare consultant, and I've just come on here to review a brand new product. I was very excited to be able to get this. Now, it was only available on the Sephora app for advanced purchasing, and so I have it here. It's the Haus Labs Triclone Concealer, and I'm really jazzed to try it. It has some really good skincare ingredients in it, and as you can see, I do have a little bit of darkness, so I'm going to try this. A lot of the other concealers I use, there are some that are great, but this one, I just want to see how it compares to some of the other ones that I have. And as a pro makeup artist, it's very important that I have a really good, long-lasting skincare ingredient-loving concealer for my kit, for my brides, for all those people that I want to take care of. So we're going to give this guy a chance to do its thing today, and I'm going to give a very honest, no-bones review. I am, if you know my channel, you know that I'm pretty straightforward. I will not be cruel by any means, but I definitely will tell you if the product works for me or if it doesn't. And the reasons why as well. Not because I generally don't like them. I have nothing to do with the actual brand. I'm not affiliated, things like that. I just want to be able to give you a truly honest opinion so that you know before you go ahead and purchase if it's going to be for you. Now, another disclaimer that I like to throw out there is that just because it doesn't work for me doesn't mean it won't work for anybody else. And I would love you guys to also know the transparency of that statement, which means just because an influencer throws it out there and says this is the best product that they've ever seen, that doesn't mean that it is the best product that they've ever seen for everybody. It just means that it really worked for them. So just know that when you're doing your research and you're shopping, that makeup is not a one size fits all. It doesn't mean that, you know, this bronzer is going to work for everybody or this is great for all skin tones. It doesn't necessarily mean that. I'm 55 years old, and what may work for a 20-year-old or, you know, someone with perfect skin, or someone that doesn't have my issues, menopausal skin, things like that, environmental stressors, stress, all of that impacts your skin. And makeup is never a one-size-fits-all. So there's never going to be that perfect one-size product for anybody. So that being said, welcome to my channel. Again, I'm a pro makeup artist and skincare consultant. I specialize in a lot of mature skin makeups, tutorials, lessons, things of that nature. I'm a bridal artist. And so if you like what you see here, or you want to see more, or you want to see me do more things on here, I'm still trying to feel it out as to what you guys are looking for. Please do like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all the things. And leave me a comment and let me know what you'd like to see, if you'd like to see a certain kind of content. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to do my regular makeup, and then I'll review this bad boy. I will say it's not cheap, but you don't need very much because it is very pigmented. I just took a swatch of it yesterday. I haven't actually used it, but look at the gorgeous little glass bottle it comes in. I was in the shade, pardon me while I get my glasses. There we go. I picked out the shade 21 Light Medium Neutral. Now, I had to do it online. I didn't get to do a tester, so we're just hoping this bad boy works. I'm usually a neutral, a little lighter in the winter, a tiny bit darker in the summer, but I don't spend a lot of time in the sun. Okay, so we're just going to do my makeup, and we are going to chat about all things, I guess. I'm just going to throw my hair out of the way. It's not the best hair day today, but I did what I could, so we'll just get this out of the way. I have all my skincare on. It's doing its thing, marinating a little bit. I've got a little bit of eye cream on, brightening eye cream, just because I want my under eyes really moisturized when I go ahead and do my application. I don't want it being crusty. Not that Lady Gaga has crusty materials, absolutely not. But I just want to make sure that they all lay nicely. So I am going to do a tiny bit of primer. I don't necessarily do primer all the time. It really does depend on my skin, what I'm after that certain day. But I do love the e.l.f. Vitamin C primer. It's very good for brightening, and it's just, I love it. So I'm going to take a flat brush, and this is how I do my primer when I don't just want to rub it all over my face. I take a little bit on my finger, probably about that much, and it's the putty primer, so it's quite nice. And I just go in kind of towards the center of my face where I have a lot of pores, things like that, because it is a poreless primer like all their other primers. I just kind of lightly wipe it in. I don't rub it in. I just lightly rub it into the center. And this is what I do. Feel free to do it any way you want. I just do it lightly in the center. I have kind of large pores. That's just the way my skin works. Okay, so it's not totally rubbed in. I know the camera's got a weird lighting on it, so it's hard to pick up. But I'm going to take my, sorry, I'm not exactly as organized as I could be. I'm going to take my Milani Make It Last setting primer. I have a few different setting sprays, but this is the one that I'm using right now that I like. I'm going to take a flat kabuki brush, just going to spray it a little bit, and I'm going to tap that primer in and work it all the way out. So I haven't applied it to the outlying areas of my face. I'm just going to let the setting spray and the primer do its work. This way it gets right into the pores. This is the way I like to do it. I don't really know if it makes that much of a difference, but I find my makeup goes on a lot smoother. Okay. So the primer is basically laid out. Okay. Now I'm going to just do a little bit of color correction. The camera's not picking it up as well as I probably would like it to, but I do have some redness around here from my glasses, because I do wear glasses quite often, around here, a little bit around the mouth. So I'm just going to take my Ben Nye. Oh, it's hard to see, but this is my Ben Nye color wheel. I'm going to take my concealer brush. This is my Sigma. I really do need glasses for reading all the time. This is my Sigma Bacon Precision P89 brush. I really like it because it's got flat top and it gets in all the nooks and crannies. It's got a really great shape. Love this brush. I'm going to take the center portion, which is more green-gray. Green cancels out red. And I'm just going to put it around my nose. Pardon me, I have my mirror above me, so it's easier to do than in the phone. Now, I don't have redness everywhere, so I don't obviously need it everywhere. I just want to cancel out, you know, the broken capillaries that you get beside your nose as you get older. All that good stuff as you get older. I've got a little redness around the eyes. This is not to replace concealer. This is just to cancel out a bit of the red, because we're going to go in with that gorgeous Lady Gaga Triclone Concealer. I haven't tried her foundation yet. I've heard really good things. I just knew I wanted to hop on this because from what she was saying, this was groundbreaking. Now, groundbreaking being the operative word. A lot of people use that terminology. groundbreaking, mind-blowing, you know, all-encompassing. They're not all like that. So just wipe away some of the redness. My chin has some weird stuff that has been going on for years. And this, if you're ever wondering why I'm puckered there, it's because I had a growth removed years ago. I guess it would have been 97, right before me and my ex-husband got married. I had a growth in my lip, and they removed it and left this puckered scar. So that's awesome. That was right before my wedding. Yeah. All right, so that's all concealed pretty much. I am going to go in with my NARS today. So I figured it'd be a good companion for Lady Gaga. This is the Light Reflecting Foundation in the color Santa Fe. I'm almost out of it. I'm pretty sad about that, but this is a beautiful foundation. You don't need much. The only thing I can say again, and I say it every time in my tutorials, please make a better pump, because every time I squeeze this, and even this, I store this upright, and look what happens. That's just storing it upright. So I'm not really sure what's going on with your pump, guys, but you need a better pump. And I'm running low, so it's probably going to spray everywhere, but we'll see. Yeah, it's getting down to the wire, but this I'll open up and drain as far as I can because it's just so good. So I'm just going to take it like this, and I'm going to put it on my hand. So good. I love NARS foundation. And I like to work this in with my fingers. It's weird, I know. A little goes a long way too. Of course, I don't have a tissue. No, don't have a tissue. Okay. I like to rub it in with my fingers. First, warm it all up, and then I go back in with a brush and kind of perfect it. I've said that before, but if you're new, I'm saying it again. And I know I haven't been on here a lot, guys. I've had a lot going on. I'm also a beauty expert at Shoppers Drug Mart. I've got a hubby, a dog, you know, all the life things. I'm trying to be more cohesive in getting back on here and doing my things. I've had a lot of weddings I've been doing, that kind of thing. Wedding season is kind of winding down. I do have a big one in a couple weeks. And then, you know, lessons, things like that. I'll be doing over the summer. I'm thinking of another giveaway to do on here. So I am trying. I'm going to be a little more engaging. And I do apologize for the breaks. I know there are some people that, oh no, not many, that are looking forward to my content. I just need you guys to let me know what you want to see. I don't do a lot of the crazy looks, but I do some different things, and I'm looking for some inspiration for what you want to see. I will be doing a Halloween look. It's not that far away. You can give me some suggestions as to what you might want to see there. I have a few ideas. I don't do much special effects. So when it comes down to the nitty-gritty, I kind of like to replicate, you know, old Hollywood looks, stuff like that. But as far as special effects, I haven't really delved into that too much. It might be something that I might look into in the future. Okay, so that is all blended in, and I'm just going to spray that same kabuki brush with the same setting spray, and I am going to melt that all in. This is such a beautiful foundation. Really, really is. If you want more full coverage or you want a matte look, you will not like this. But I do find that a lot of mature skin ladies, you know, we lose a little bit of that glow as we get older, and this definitely brings it back. If you don't want to look flat. This is gorgeous. Okay, so that's all blended in pretty decent. Now, I'm going to try out this concealer. I'm so flippin' jazzed about this. So the bottle's kind of cute. It's got a little divot on there. It's got the Haus Labs on the top. Beautiful glass bottle. And again, it's in the light, medium, neutral. So we're going to give this bad boy a shot. Very nice. I know she mentioned, Lady Gaga, about the wider doe foot, thicker doe foot. It's pretty decent. All right, so we're going to give that a shot. I'm just going to, and it's a very thick consistency. So I would do light swipes, like very thick. Light swipes. I have quite a bit of darkness on this side of my eye. This eye gives me a lot of problems. The other eye doesn't. I've had eye problems before, I've mentioned. This one waters a lot still. All right, so I am going to go in with this concealer brush again, and we're just going to buff it out. See how this works. Oh, it buffs out really, really nice. She claims that after you start wearing this, your skin will improve because it's got so many skincare ingredients in it. On top of ingredients to help depuff, which I haven't seen a concealer do as of yet. Lots have claimed. For drugstore, I do like the NYX serum concealer. It does a really decent job as well if you're looking for a budget-friendly one. Oh, this. Oh, wow. That took minimal blending. Guys, oh, I know it's hard to see, but wow. Obsessed. Obsessed. A little goes a long way. I might have used even a little too much in those 2 swipes. Holy smokes. Guys, this is going to last you a while, honestly. It's so good because I don't really use concealer all over my face. It's basically just there. But holy smokes. Holy. Oh, I am so impressed. Jeez. And this eye doesn't have the problems of the other eye, but this eye has a tendency to be creasy right in the corner, and the other one doesn't. It's very weird, my eyes. Holy smokes. And she also claims you don't need to set it with powder, so I don't know. That's going to be hard for me to get over because I usually do a light dusting. But holy crap. Holy crap. Eye bags be gone. Wow. That is something. Okay. Well, Lady Gaga, I am kind of impressed. I'm just going to take another brush and kind of... Oh, see, now I messed it up. I'm going to put some setting spray on it instead of a powder. Holy crap. I don't want to wipe it off, though. I just want to... I don't have really dark circles, but I want to wrinkle test this. Oh, I may need a tiny bit more. I think I rubbed a bit off, but I want to basically wrinkle test this and see if it's going to crease, because I do have fine lines on the inside of the corners of my eyes. So I just want to make sure that doesn't crease up. Because honestly, cosmetic companies, if you're going to have people review your stuff, can I give you a little advice? Maybe you could start using people that aren't 20 with perfect skin. I'm just saying, you need some spokespeople. Besides L'Oreal Age Perfect, they've been great at the mature line, but you guys really need to be focusing on marketing to more than just 20-year-olds, because these girls are putting these products on and claiming, oh my God, my circles are gone, and they don't have dark circles or they don't have wrinkles increasing. So it really doesn't make any sense for you to have these people talking about your anti-aging products when they're not old. Okay, it makes no sense. Anyway, rant over about that. Okay, so Lady Gaga, 6 out of 5. That's what I'm going to say about this. The Triclone Concealer is amazing. I love it. 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 110% go buy this. I will check out later on and maybe do just a quick snippet later to say how, like, let you know how it wore. But for now, I'm pretty impressed. Thank you, Lady Gaga. Okay, I know she said you don't need to set it, but because I'm me, I don't like to listen. I'm just going to do a tiny, tiny, tiny dusting of setting powder. This is my RCMA colorless powder. I'm just going to give it a, just because I want to lock it in. I mean, you may not have to, but that just gives me kind of a little extra security. We'll see how that does, whether it ruins it or not, but this is a great powder. And then I'll just set my T-zone as well. I don't really want to set the whole face. I can do that with the setting spray because I don't want to powder off this glow. I just like, you know, doing the center of my face, making sure that's all locked in. Oh, Lady Gaga, you knocked it out of the park again. I'm so proud of her and the work that she's done. She really has, she's really made a name for herself. All right. This hair is something else, eh? Okay. So, what are we going to do today? I am not going to do contour. I will do a little bit of bronzer. So, this is my Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze palette that I have had for 100 years. I'm going to use Quo brush. I love this brush. It is, it's angled in a really cool way. It's perfect for bronzer and blush. So I'm just going to take a swipe of this bronzer. It's a beautiful universal bronzer. Wipe it off or blow it off, but I would never blow it off in front of a client. And I'm just going to swipe. It's a really cloudy day here in Ontario, Canada. Fall is in the air. It's cool. I don't want to look like a pasty ass mess. So I'm going to put some bronze back in. Be very strategic with your bronzer placement. Please don't wipe it all over your face because that's not how the sun would bronze you. I do the high points, my cheeks, jawline, and I'll do a little down the neck. Sides of the nose. This brush is awesome, by the way. Quo makes amazing brushes. Quo, Sigma, those are my jams. Okay. It does come with a pretty highlighter as well. Well, maybe I will do a little highlight. You don't really need it with this foundation, but we'll take the other Quo highlight brush. It's just like a tiny little fan type deal, and we'll just do this. I'm not a fan of the sparkly neon look like alien highlights. I like this one because it's subtle It just adds the glow, but it doesn't have all that shimmer and sparkle, which make you look sweaty. I really need better lighting. Okay, what are we going to do here? Well, might as well stick with NARS. So, my NARS blush. This is one of the new launches as well. It's a liquid blush. Oh, I got it in the shade Orgasm because I always did like that peach shimmer with the multi-stick as well as the powder palette. I'm out of the powder palette. That lasted me about 2 years. So it's got a cute little doe foot too. I'm going to do it a little closer than the high points because I want to round out my face. If you have a round face, I would do the lifted look. But if you have a more long face like me, I have a tendency to bring it out a little closer to round out my cheekbones. That's just me. You do you. It really, again, blush placement really does depend on the face. This is another Quo brush, and the reason why I like this is because it's got variegated bristles. They're not all the same, so they diffuse really, really lovely. I use these brushes actually a lot with my bridal clients because the way they diffuse foundations and blush, it's beautiful. This was a really nice set. Good for you, Quo. Okay, so that's kind of diffused out. It's pretty, eh? I love it. A little on the chin, what's left over, and a little on the nose. This is going to be quick and easy too. I'm not going anywhere today. It's just a very subtle look. And I'm going to give myself a spray. Lock it all in. Okay. I'm not bougie enough to have a fan, so this is what I do. Ooh. Oh, need to dust the ceiling. Okay. So now I would go in with my brows. I like the NYX Brow Pen. It's in taupe. It's got a felt line tip. I like it because I can get in those individual hairs. I'm not a shade-in brow girl. So I'm going to do this. This is difficult because I'm looking in my mirror and my magnifying mirror and the phone. So see how strategic you can be? I'm not redrawing my brows. I'm just filling in what I missed with my little tinkle razor, because that's how I trim my brows. Very subtle. Do you folks, anyone that's over 40 or 50 and new to makeup, do you know how to find where your arch is, where the beginning of your brow is, and where your tail goes? I did cut a little of my tail shorter. But a helpful tip is you take pencil, brush, anything, you line inside of your eye, along your nose to the inside of your eye. That is where your brow should start. Then you're going to move to the center of your pupil. That's where your arch should be. Mine are still kind of weirdly shaped, but it is what it is. And then you're going to move still again from your nose to the outer corner. That's where your tail should be. Just a helpful tip for today. Okay, so brows are done. I don't really go too crazy on them. I will brush them out though. Make sure everything's cohesive. I'm not going to go into gel and stuff like that. Personal preference, but I usually wear bangs, so most of the time you can't see my brows anyway. Okay, and so I'm going to use this sad little palette because I broke this one. I dropped it, but this is a Natasha Denona palette. I don't even know which one it is, but it's got burgundies and beautiful colors like that. I'm really drawn to burgundies, reds, bronzes, things like that. And those colors actually do bring out blue eyes really, really well. So blue eyes shine with things like golds and warm colors. And I have a tendency to pull warm anyway, so I really, really like, I like this palette. Okay, so I'm going to take a flat brush. What's this one? This one is unnamed, I think. Let me see where we're going with this. Yeah, we don't know what this one is. That's okay though. It's a flat brush. I'm going to go in with the shimmer first. I'm going to do things a little backwards. Instead of doing my transition, I'm going to do my lid first. I'm just going to pat that on. And yes, normally I would suggest using an eye primer. Eye primer for me is kind of essential. I don't necessarily always use a face primer, but I always use an eye primer to even things out. Today I'm just sticking around the house, so I didn't put it on, but probably for education's sake I should have, just to show you. There's lots of different good ones out there. It depends on your preference. I'm not really sure what mine is at this moment, but when I do brides, when I do makeup for clients, I always use an eye primer. It just keeps everything locked in. I think the most exciting thing I'm doing today is walking the dog, so we're not going to worry about the primer. And this is a beautiful champagne-y type shade that's just going on the lid. I really, really, really like it. Then I'm going in with my fluffy brush. Yes, it's a little dirty, but I did wash them yesterday. This one's my Morphe R39 brush. So I'm just going to use this. I'm going to go into this for a transition shade. It's kind of like a taupey color. And I'm just going to go all over the crease. I'm just tapping it in lightly, tapping it off, the excess, and just going slightly above my crease. Reason for that is my eyes aren't typically really hooded, but they do hang over a little bit. I am over the age of 50, so unfortunately that's just what happens. And I do have a little mark here and a little mark here from trimming my eyebrows, so that's not makeup, that's actually little boo-boos. But I'm just going over the crease lightly. If you find your shadow is skipping when you're doing that, then use patting motions. That's sometimes why primer is a good idea as well. Primer just puts an, sorry, I had an itch. Primer just puts an even base on your lid. So I'm just gonna tap it. I'm not doing a specific eye look, I'm just doing specific colors today. Like I said, I am looking for other ideas, other suggestions for looks. If people are struggling with any particular issues out there that you think I can help you with as an MUA, if you want to see specific colors and how they work, if you want to know more about color theory, if you want to know, how to find the right undertone, then just let me know. Sorry, that was a message coming through. Thank you, spouse. Okay. Whoa, what was that? I got something on my lip. Okay. Cool. So that is my transition. Now I am going in with a fluffier brush, but it's pretty dense. This one's a no-name brush, but it's pretty dense, a little bit domed. So I'm just going to dip into this more chocolatey color, just on the tip. So just on the tip, not so much on the outside. I'm going to pat it off. I'm literally going to stamp it in here. and then pull it up. And so that I can try and get things even, I'm going to do the same thing here. We want it lifted, so I'm not going below here. And then I'm going to take it on the edge, tap it off. I'm going to kind of squish it into here, and I'm going to blend the excess towards the center, but not going into the center. I just want a nice, easy transition. Feel free to build it up as you need it. It's easier to build it up in light layers. Sorry, I have such an itchy nose today. It's easier to build it up in light layers than to slap a whole bunch of it on and then you've got to try to remove it, and then you might as well just start all over again. Okay, when you like the outcome of that, must be allergies. I'm going to take a pencil brush. Oh, this one's a Luxie brush, actually. Let me see. I should have wrote these down, maybe. This is the Luxie Z17 brush, so it's a pencil brush. I'm going to dip into that same darker color that I did in the crease. I'm just going to very lightly do the lash line. Just so all the colors kind of marry together. You see where I'm going? Lifted. All the colors are up and around. I like to do it with my eyes semi-open as well, because skin does move. And then I'm just going to try to blend all these together with the other brush. Okay. And then I usually like to, once I've done my my eye contour, I'll go back with that same flat brush, and again with the highlighty shade, and I'll just pop a bit more on, just in case anything was covered. Okay. It's a little bit darker in person. For some reason my camera's making it look all light, but that is that's basically the look. I'm not going to do lashes today. I thought I'd be bold and do lashes, and then I chickened out. I do not feel like fighting with them today, but I will do some liner. I'm just going to do liner in the waterline, up and bottom. So this is just a brown pencil. I believe it's Maybelline Tattoo Studio Smoky in Brown. So I just lightly lift. This gives you a stronger lash line without the need to apply eyeliner on the lid, which can look really harsh. See how that defines it a bit more? It can look harsh and it takes up lid space. Whereas if you just do it on the inside of the waterline, it looks natural. It looks like it's part of your lash. And because I'm blonde, I don't like using black. It's a little too harsh as well. So I use a brown. And then if I feel like doing a smokier look, I can do the inside waterline on the bottom as well. If you have smaller lashes, or sorry, smaller eyes, then you don't need to do this step because it closes off your eyes sometimes, but I like this because it just, you know, it makes that whole smoky look kind of nice. Sorry, I'm at a loss for words because my boyfriend is texting me every 5 minutes, and he obviously doesn't know I'm filming. Okay, so... well, I'm at a loss where I put the liner for this. Oh, no, wait a minute. There it is. So, Jason Wu has come to Shoppers, and I was pretty excited about it because I really, really, really like their products. So, this... the name is worn off, but it's the... I think it's the Hot Fluff. It's a liquid lipstick anyway, and the matching pencil. Really, really like it. Really like it. And my pencil needs to be sharpened, so we just won't worry about that. You can see how prepared I was today. I just really wanted to review that concealer. That was my main goal. I do notice it creasing a little bit. Not a lot, though. So this is the liquid lip. We're just going to pop that on without the liner. It's a nice nude shade. It doesn't dry out your lips like a lot of other lip kits do. You know who you are. Is anyone else intimidated when they look in their close-up mirror, their magnifying mirror, and they go, holy crap? That's me. Sorry, minor interruption. Okay, I'm just patting. Patting away a little bit of buildup there. I guess I didn't blend that as well as I could have. Okay. It's a beautiful pinky nude. I really, really like it. It doesn't dry out your lips. It's soft. It's a great color. And last but not least, I have 50 mascaras. Do you think I can find one? Alright, so we are today just going to use the Essence Lash Like a Boss because I can't seem to find my other one. I'm going to try not to make that mascara face. It's difficult though, eh, ladies? Okay, seriously? I'm going to take my concealer brush and wipe that away. Actually, this isn't a bad mascara for the price point. I mean, I do have pro mascaras in there somewhere, but this was an impromptu live and I forgot to be prepared. But it's not bad if I would stop getting it on my eye. You guys, can you see up my nose? I always forget that when I look up in the mirror, you might be able to see up my nose. And if you do, I'm sorry, I have nose hairs to trim. Okay, so that's really my basic look for today. Lady Gaga, you nailed it. I love the concealer. We're going to see how it wears later, but I am very impressed. You should be proud. You've done a great job, and we all support you. So thanks for watching my live, and if I was not quite annoying enough, I'm going to do some more. Okay, take care and have a lovely day.